Hey everyone, welcome into the post-game rewind presented by Boyd, Autobody, and Glass. I'm Sam Calvert here alongside Ed Tait after a 42-33 loss to the Alouettes. So that ends the Bombers season, unfortunately, in disappointing fashion. Break this one down for us, Ed.
Boy, there's a lot to kind of wrap your head around on this one, isn't there? Because in the first half, Winnipeg was getting thoroughly outplayed, and it was disturbing in a lot of ways. And then you got to give them credit for their rally in the third quarter in particular and taking the lead at one point in this game. But, you know, you got to credit the other guys too. And I thought Davis Alexander had a hell of a game. I was a guy that was still on the fence about him as a quarterback. He was 11-0. He hadn't played Winnipeg Jordan Younger's defense yet, but he got it done out here today. So did his receiving core. So did his running backs. And you got to tip your hat to the other guys sometimes. So I liked what I saw in Winnipeg's rally. That showed something, because if the first half performance had bled into the second half, it was going to be really ugly. Writing the obituary is a little less painful after we saw that rally. I know it doesn't count for much for a lot of people, but it says something to me about that group in there.
For sure. I mean, you mentioned the rally obviously made it a game, which we obviously wanted that to happen in the second half. It did. And we do give a game ball on the post-game rewind. Obviously, it's tough to give a game ball after being eliminated from the playoffs, but who stood out for you for the Bombers tonight?
Yeah, you're right. It is tough to do a game ball. There was some plays from the defense in the second half to get them back into it. I thought Zach Collaros battled out there, and in a lot of ways, with Brady Oliveira not involved a whole lot, maybe as much as he should have been, Zach continued to attack downfield, and we saw some big plays from Carrick Wheatfall, from Pokey Wilson with that touchdown in the third quarter. I'm going to give the game ball to the veteran quarterback, because without his play in that third quarter, that rally doesn't happen. Yes, some things happen out there in the fourth quarter. They left some plays out there on the field offensively. But again, without number 8 at behind center there, we're not talking about a 9-point loss. It might have been much worse.
Yeah, I mean, Zach definitely made it a game,
Yep.
Which is great. But this is still a tough one to stomach, obviously. Yep. Season is over. The Grey Cup in Winnipeg in a few weeks. What's next for the Bombers?
Yeah, that's the hard part. I'm talking to a lot of guys in the locker room just now, Sam, and there's a finality to this that a lot of guys aren't able to wrap their head around just now. There's a very emotional Brady Oliveira I just spoke to, and a lot of other players that were hoping to be in the home locker room for the home Grey Cup, right? So to have to give that up, to come short, a couple of wins short of that opportunity stinks. And the other thing is that this franchise has been to 5 straight Grey Cups, so there's a finality to that now too. Does this feel like an end of an era, or can this team regroup in the offseason and get back to the game again?
Yeah, obviously disappointing for us, for Bomber fans, for the players, everybody. But thank you for the breakdown, Ed.
Thank
that
you.
was the post-game rewind presented by Boyd, Autobody, and Glass. We'll see you next season.